Da na 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 na. Simply.
Hi, I'm Ann, and this is Ann's Keep It Simple. Today we're doing veggie soup, and this one doesn't really go by a specific recipe because you can make it for 2 people, you can make it for 20 people. That's how versatile it is. It's very affordable. All we're using store-bought is the vegetables, of course. Use anything that you have on hand. Use whatever is in season because that's always going to be your cheapest bet anyway. And chicken broth. I add a little bit of rice to mine just to make it a little more heartier, but there's really no meat in it. You can, add a can of canned chicken. You can add even ground beef if you want to, because we've had it that way too. Today I am going to be using a little bit of rice, a cup of rice. I've got frozen peas, snap peas, and sugar snaps, and that's just because that's what I had on hand. You can use celery, you can use carrots, you can use cabbage, potatoes. That's why this is so versatile and affordable, because you use what's on hand and you use what you have, available to you during the season. Whenever you're making it, again, buy what's in season. It's affordable. I did already start cooking just to shorten up the time as far as the taping is concerned, but I cooked with 1 carton of chicken stock. I did put the cup of rice already in there, and that's already on and has been cooking. The rice has already kind of cooked up a little bit, and that's, again, I have put the whole carton of chicken stock in there. I'm going to add the 2nd carton now too, because we just have, that's pretty much all it is. If you want to stretch this a little bit, go ahead and add a cup or 2 of water. It's not going to hurt anything at all. And I just simply saute up my veggies, whether it's carrots, celery, again, cabbage, whatever you have on hand. Keep in mind, you really want to keep a lot of everything bite size, or like for peas, I keep those whole, use frozen peas too. That's fine. And I saute mine up just really quickly. If you don't have time to do that, that's how quick this recipe really can be. It's fine. Stick it in the chicken broth, turn it on, heat it up. They will cook through. You don't need to cook them completely down to where they're soft, and mushy or anything like that. Veggies, are supposed to have a bite to them. So I just go ahead and add all those together and quick saute them up, pretty high heat. A little bit of butter in there. You can use oil if you want to too. A couple handful of snap peas, snow peas, a couple handfuls of those. And again, carrots, if you have those, go ahead and add those to it also. Already have the rice that's cooking down in the chicken broth. And so I'm going to add a little bit of red pepper flakes because my family loves it a little bit spicy anytime we make soup. And a little bit of parsley too, because I do like the fresh, dried, any kind of parsley. Oregano, you can use oregano, you can use cilantro. If you have fresh, use fresh. If you have dried, that's fine too. Whatever happens to be in season, that's the most important thing. Use what you have on hand. And we'll get that cooking now that I put the other carton of chicken broth in there, and we'll just bring that back up to a boil. Won't take long at all. And we'll quick saute up these veggies. And it kind of just gets the cooking process started, actually, is all you're doing. You can add a little bit of salt and pepper to this while it's in the frying pan. If you don't want to fry them up and you add them right to the broth, that's fine too. You can cook everything down there. A little bit of salt and pepper on there. And at this point, again, any vegetables that you have on hand, go ahead and just use them. A couple minutes in the frying pan. They've already started cooking the process and everything else. Stick them right in the broth and let that cook down. Bring everything up to a boil and cook it for about 5-10 minutes maybe. That rice is already half cooked because I had started it with the first carton of chicken broth in there. So it's not going to take very long at all. And we'll be right back after we cook this down a little bit. Alright, we've been cooking this up for about 10 minutes or so. After it started boiling, we put a lid on it and just let it come together and simmer together for a few minutes. This dish, again, just has the snap peas, the pea pods, and frozen peas in it. You can put any vegetables you want to in this. And it comes together very quickly, very fast. It's great for a weeknight after work and everything else to cook it up. And it does have a cup of rice in it with the chicken broth too. So it becomes very hearty. You can serve this up with certainly, crusty bread, Italian bread. If you don't want to use bread, you can put a can of chicken in there. It makes it hearty too. And that's fine also. Very easy, very quick, very simple. Enjoy some vegetable soup.